35, it's 1st and 10. And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll send the tight end in motion right.
Let go.
Now they'll set up to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Jones. And the Patriots are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
19 tight, go!
First play, and May goes to the air. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
19 Lions. Ready?
3rd and short, and here is May. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have...
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. He is in. Marshawn Lloyd. Touchdown, Packers. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Panther 11. Let's go now.
It's May. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Here's a first carry for their running back. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Got it. Ready? Set it. Go.
Now, May. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Patriots will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Set go.
Now, faking the give. That's complete to Watson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Set.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Putting the tight end in motion. A toss left side caught by his running back.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll look to throw again. Thrown left side, the catch is made. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Go. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Ready?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A pass taken in by Watson. And the Packers have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
Set. Ready?
Here's a run. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one is blocked. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
They'll break the huddle. coming up now for 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Cowboy 80! Mustang 19! Hut, hut!
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Hustle, hustle!
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd
Cougar
and long.
19! 60 Bison, 60 Bison! Bronco 80!
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues.
Here we go, set!
Throwing on 2nd down, May. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
On the set!
3rd and long.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates! Hut!
From out of the gun, here's May. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Let's go now!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go! Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Ready!
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Let go!
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go!
They'll begin here on the ground. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Here's May. He's going to try it here again. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Motion man set right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Run on 1st down. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Go!
He'll drop to throw. A quick slant, looked in by Watson.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
I know, I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The defense dialed in. He's going backwards on that one. Taken down back at his own 5. Third and long.
Buffalo 18. Ready, ready. 79 Bronco. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Working out of the gun. It's May. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but they're going to move this one out to the 25. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
To throw again is May. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Come 19. Come 19. Hut, hut.
Here's May again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Third and 6.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
May to throw again. He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
May to the air once more. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Slot man in motion right.
Set go.
May to throw on 2nd down. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be
a throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Warrior 70.
Moving the tight end right. He'll look to throw. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
And at this point on the sideline, like, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
Going for it all. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
On second down, it's May. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy six.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready, set, go.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7.
Set. Get up.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's 3rd and 2.
70 Lion. Ready.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
We'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go!
Now, faking the give. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
19 Lions. Here we go, set. Ready.
Back to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Set, go.
Now a give up the middle. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Packers. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Okay, break. 18 Cardinal. Set.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. That one is complete to Hardman. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it.
Ready.
But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in.
Oh, they're on him with a flash, and he's lost the football. The Packers have it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. 3rd down and 9.
Ready? Go!
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
On the set.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set up. Check go.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's going to take a shot down the field. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold him to a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Set. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now, the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. To throw on 1st down is May. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this.
Viking 18. Set.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
Set. Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hook.
Off the play fake, it's May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Go.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
And the running back just has nowhere to go. There is no crease. There is no seam. You got to give credit. That defensive line overwhelmed the offensive line, and that went a long way to forcing that 4th down stop.
A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
And he will score again. Touchdown, Packers. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. The extra point, up and good. And the Packers stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Ready up.
1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Bell is the man in motion.
Set up.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Say, hey. Hut, hut.
They'll go. Here's May. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
Ready. Ready.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Shut up. Hut.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Ready. Break.
play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Tight end on the move left.
Go!
May now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. Tight end going in motion here.
Check go!
May to throw on 2nd down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side this time. But the ball comes out. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Another run here with Lloyd. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Packers set to kick this one away. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
To throw now. Oh, a loose football. The Packers have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 79 Broncos. Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Now he'll air one out. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Ready.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Okay, great.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it